Welcome everyone, I'm Zilla. Happy New Year. Have a great 2019. It's New Year's Eve 2018 when I filmed this video. It is 6:15 in the evening, so it's going to be New Year's Eve pretty soon. So as I said, Happy New Year to all my subscribers. Thank you for all your support over the whole of 2018, 2017, however long I've been doing this YouTube thing. It ain't been that long, but I appreciate all the support everyone's given me. I thought it's only fitting to make my best phones of 2018 video on New Year's Eve. So I'm doing it a little bit different to most other YouTubers. I'm going to sort of break it down into different categories. I'm going to give you different options, and I'm genuinely going to tell you which devices I use on a daily basis. And I've really thought long and hard about this. And the conclusion I've come to is no phone is perfect and no phone does everything I need it to do. So it's probably why myself and a lot of you out there carry more than one device. So let's start off with best budget devices of 2018. Best budget phone of the year for me is a no-brainer. It is the Pocophone by Xiaomi. This thing is the first phone I've ever used at this price point, and it's you can pick this up for £242, okay? £242. I will leave a link in the description below where you can get it for that price. So this is the first phone I've used, and this is genuine, where I'm satisfied I can use a budget device as my daily driver. I don't, but I'm satisfied that I could if I needed to. For £242, this thing is a beast. It's a no-brainer. What you get for that is dual speakers, USB-C charging port, 4000 mAh battery. Yes, you've got a notch. But the cameras, look at MKBHD's video. The cameras might not be the best, but for visuals, the cameras are right up there. And this phone shocked me the most. When I got it, I thought it's got to have a bad screen. It's going to have issues. I can't find any issues. I mean, dual speakers, headphone jack in the top, 3.5mm headphone jack, blazing fast fingerprint sensor. I mean, check this out. Oh, I haven't put my left finger in. There we go. Let's try again. 3, 2, 1. Fast face unlock. Instant. So for me, this phone is 2018 best budget handset without a shadow of a doubt. I know it hasn't got NFC, but I don't use Google Pay. And it rivals in speed and functionality phones like the ONEPLUS 6T. It really does. And it's got a 1080p screen. This phone has amazed me the most. Or one of the phones that's amazed me the most this year. Really highly recommend it. As I said, link is in the description. But some of you are gonna go, well, I don't like Xiaomi's skin. I don't like it. I don't like their UI. I like stock Android. Well, I think the best budget or mid-range, if you want to call it, stock Android experience, probably budget I would say, is this little thing, the NOKIA 7.1. This phone has got Android 9.0, so has the Pocophone, by the way. Shame on some of the big flagships out there that still haven't got it. But this phone is a little beast. I love this device. The build quality is beautiful on it. Alright, it doesn't have wireless charging, but it's got 3.5mm headphone jack. It is a single speaker, but it's a pretty good single speaker. You get USB-C charging. The cameras are pretty good on this. You get 4K recording. And it's what, I think $399. Probably you can get it less. I'll find a cheap deal for you guys so you can check it out, purchase it. I'll leave that link as well. But fingerprint sensor is very fast. And when I actually tested this device at the launch event, I was okay. I thought, yeah, it's a nice device, but it felt a bit slow and laggy. And I'm being honest. But I was informed that it needs updates. That was a pre-release update on the device. And since I've had that update, this thing is blazing fast. And you're getting a stock Android experience. like a Google Pixel, if you want to put it that way, for such a cheap price. I mean, really, this thing is a beast. It's a mini beast, this phone. I love this phone. Yeah, it's got a chin at the bottom, it's got a notch, but you know, at this price point, these two budget phones, this is the best stock Android device. It's an Android One device, so you'll get 3 years worth of updates on this thing, and you get them fast as well. That's what I love about this Nokia. So for stock Android, Nokia 7.1, if you don't mind having some skin on it, it's got to be the Pocophone. This thing, 6 gigs of RAM. I mean, really, come on, it's a no-brainer. So they're my 2 budget handsets of the year. But what if you want a huge handset, budget device? And I'm talking the massive category. I said massive. Then the champion for me has got to be this thing. This thing is the best massive phone, and I'm talking 7 inches and above. I think this is 6.94 inch screen, but I'm not going to be so stupid about it. This is, without a shadow of doubt, the best budget phablet on the market. This is the Honor Note 10. The Honor Note 10. Absolutely beautiful phone. The speakers are loud on this thing. It's got a grill at the top, grill at the bottom, so it's got good quality speakers. Got a Kirin 970. It's got a GPU turbo button. It only works with certain devices. It's got a USB-C charging port. I think it's a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. It's got AI dual cameras on the back. Face unlock. Very fast fingerprint sensor. It's very fluid. I mean, look at that. It just bangs straight. I absolutely love this device. Love this device. It's breathtakingly beautiful. And I know I sound like a fanboy. Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. So what? Look at the color on this thing. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the screen. Look at the reflection of this thing. This is, without a shadow of a doubt, the best massive budget device on the market right now. This thing. The Honor Note 10. So budgets, overall, Pocophone by Xiaomi, stock Android and Nokia 7.1, best massive phone, it's got to be the Honor Note 10. And Honor, if you're listening, you've got to release your Note series globally, and you've got to release your Honor Magic globally. Come on. All of you watching this video, tell them that. Tell them that. So they're the best budget handsets. Now, coolest handset. Not a handset I would use every day, if I'm honest, because it's not really made for outside of China. But coolest handset has got to be this. This is the Oppo Find X. Look at the color on that. You can get it in the bluish color or this sort of purplish color. This phone is beautiful. Why is this the coolest handset on the planet? Because of this. I love that. The motorized cameras that come up, it looks beautiful. I don't think any phone looks better than this. This is so clean looking. No camera on the back, no camera on the front. I mean, look at that full bezel-less screen. Yeah, it's up for debate how long the camera module motor will last, how durable it would be. You know, there's a lot of issues that you could talk about, but this is the cool factor. I guarantee if you have this phone, no one will have this phone when you go out to a bar, a restaurant, and your friends and whatever. They will not have this. It's that noise it makes. Let me try and bring it up to the camera. Hold on. I don't know if you heard that, but coolest phone of 2018, the Oppo Find X. Most beautiful looking device. Now, I'm going to talk about the most underrated handset of 2018, and I've got to give it to the Sony Xperia XZ3. This phone is so underrated. I do not understand why people don't talk about this phone. This phone gets updates so quick. It's not even funny. It gets them very quick. The operating system's quite clean, quite nice, it's quite fast. I'm looking at this phone if you're wondering what I'm doing. This phone I just don't understand it. It's got Android 9.0. It's got a 1080p screen. Speaker's pretty good on it. Headphone jack's pretty good. It's got IP rating, USB-C charging port. It's a really, really underrated device. The cameras are really good on this phone as well. This is a Sony at its best, I think, personally, and it's not even that expensive. I mean, it is for some, let's be realistic, but it's kind of priced around 600. You could pick this up for, maybe less. In fact, I think I could get you a deal on this for about £540. I'll leave a link again for this. These handsets, you know, it's the end of 2018, so they're coming down in price. So I think personally for me, this is the most underrated handset of 2018, the Sony Xperia XZ or XZ3. Really nice little phone. I like it. I think people should really consider it. It's not that far off with OnePlus 6T pricing, if I'm honest. And you get a lot for your money. Okay, next one's very, very easy. Best mid-range device. That could be called a flagship if you want to be honest. I don't think it's a flagship personally, but it certainly competes with the flagships. And it's this, and it's so good. I needed to do this. I got sent a OnePlus 6T review unit, which I could only use for 2 weeks, and I had to return it. And I wanted to keep this genuine with you guys. The phone, the OnePlus 6T is so good that I actually bought one, and it's still in the cellophane. I wanted to keep it fresh in the actual cellophane, unopened, to prove to you guys that I actually went out and bought one. That's how good the OnePlus 6T is. What makes it for me so good is the performance. The screen, I'm actually amazed by the screen on the OnePlus 6T. It's a beautiful, beautiful screen. And Oxygen OS, nothing is as buttery smooth or as quick as a OnePlus 6T. I don't care. You can argue till the cows come home. OnePlus owners, defend me against the trolls in the comments, because you know what's going to happen. It doesn't have IP rating. It's got a single speaker. They removed the headphone jack, but it has got an in-screen fingerprint reader, which some of the flagships still don't. And I'm talking about phones that are over £1,000. They still don't have that. Super fast teardrop face unlock. So for me, easily around between the £500 and £600 price category, it's got to be the OnePlus 6T all day long. Champion without hesitation. Now we're going to move on to the flagships. Okay. Now actually, before we go into the flagships, I want to talk about the fallen champion category. These are phones that I think have been forgotten about because of when they were released in 2018. And their handsets, I still think, are well worth you buying. And the prices they're at now, it'll shock you. First one, and I have to do this, is the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. Now, some of you are going to go, what case is that? This is from a company called Bare, B-A-R-E. It's a very thin minimalist case, but it's not a case video. I've got the coral blue, and I've got the lilac purple. This is the lilac purple. I love this color. I don't care if people think it's feminine or whatever. Now I'm running Android 9.0 beta and the Samsung One UI on this, and it's a game changer of an update. It really is. I mean, look at the speed that this thing still moves at. Look at this. You've got to remember, this phone still got the latest chipset in it. It's still got a Snapdragon 845. It's still got 6 gigs of RAM. It's got a 2K screen, an OLED, one of the best screens on the market. It's got some of the best cameras on the market. It's got a full IP68 water and dust resistance. It's got a super fast fingerprint sensor. It's got kind of iris unlock and intelligent face unlock, whatever you want to call it. It's got dual speakers. It's got fast wireless charging. It's got a headphone jack, 3.5mm headphone jack. The list goes on. This heart rate sensor, curved screen. This phone has been forgotten about, and when I made a video about this phone, I said it's the best phone ever released, and I stand by that at that time. This phone is still a stunner. This phone is still modern. The reason it's been forgotten about is because of when it got released so early in the year. You got to remember, phones coming out now, is my screensaver coming on? Phones coming out now still have the specs, and some of them don't even have the specs of this thing. You could probably, I've seen deals for this, you could pick it up for around 550, 600 maybe. Think about it. I've just been praising the OnePlus 6T, but look what more you get with this device. If you spend the same sort of money as a OnePlus 6T, you're getting the IP rating, the headphone jack, the 2K best in the market screen. I can't go on and on about it. It's just the video going for too long. So I've got to give this is one of the two phones I've picked out for forgotten champions of 2018. The S9 Plus, still a viable, very, very viable purchase at the moment. And the other phone, which I think a lot of people have forgotten about because it had its thunder stolen recently, is this. This is the Huawei P20 Pro. Now I'm rocking a Nilkin, I think they call clear case on this. I've got a black camo skin on this as well. You can pick it up from Extreme Skins if you're in the UK, much cheaper, as good quality. This phone is still fast. It's running a Kirin 970 chip in there. It's got 6 gigs of RAM. You know, the cameras on it are still some of the best cameras. And the beauty about this phone is the ergonomics in hand. I love this phone still to this day. So I think the Huawei P20 Pro is a champion that people have forgotten about. I'm still love this device. I still love it. And most of these phones I've bought with my own money. So, I mean, that tells you I've still got them here. How many people actually bother doing that? But it's one of those phones, I have a special place for it inside, like the S9 Plus. It's well worth buying. Seriously, think about it. Again, you can probably pick it up for a very, very good price at the moment. Now, my favorite category. Let me just adjust myself. My favorite category, the phones I love the most, the flagships, the big boys. Now, my favorite massive phone of 2018, and by massive I mean 7-inch plus, huge phones. It's got to be no-brainer at all, is this beast. This thing is the Huawei Mate 20X. Why do I love this phone so much? Look at it. Let's just look at it for a minute. Look at the size of that screen. Try and bring it in closer. Don't know if you can get in focus. That screen is humongous. This thing, I think, I don't want to go into too much specs, but I think it's got a 5,000 mAh battery. It's got some of the best cameras in the business, the same cameras as the Mate 20 Pro. It's got a fingerprint sensor on the front. It's got a teardrop notch on the front. Fingerprint sensor at the back, teardrop notch on the front. So those of you who are not fans of notches, it's a tiny notch like an essential phone notch. Still got the 3.5mm headphone jack. I'm pretty sure it's got 5,000 mAh battery. This thing is a battery beast. It's a battery beast, this thing. USB-C charging. It's got Huawei's fast charge technology. And this is what I love. One of the things I love about this. It's got a bottom firing speaker, but instead of using the earpiece here for the secondary speaker, it has another equal speaker on the back. This thing is loud. I mean really, really loud. I can't play it at full volume. It's too loud for me. And that's not an insult. That's me bragging about it. It's got this hyper optic pattern on the back with the glass. This one's the Phantom Silver, it's called. You can get it in the blue. I'll leave a link for this down below if you want to get it. But for massive phones, this kills it. It's got a special cooling system in it. You can get the joypad, specially made for this device, which I've got. I'll be doing a review about that. It doesn't have wireless charging, but it has got what's called an M Pen that you can buy to use on this, like other branded phones that I could mention, like the Note 9, the Note series. This phone, love this phone. Massive phone, I love it. Okay, now let's talk about flagships of the year. And this is where I say no phone is perfect. Let's start off with, these are the 3 phones I use the most throughout the year, without question. Now I want to do a special category because I have a special place for this, the Note 9. This Note 9, this is a power user's dream, this phone. I don't even call this a phone. For me, this is beyond phones. This is more than a phone. Because of that S Pen, it's a game changer, so it needs its own category. Workhorse of the year, it's got to be the Note 9. I love this phone. I love the S Pen. I love the cameras on it. I like the battery on it. I mean, look, and for all of those of you out there who hate notches, Samsung didn't go with a notch. They did not go with the notch. They kept it notchless. Fast wireless charging, fast USB Type-C charging. One of the only flagships that kept a headphone jack, dual speakers, IP68 water and dust resistance. I got the 8GB model, 8GB RAM, 512GB storage. I'm one of the few YouTubers that actually went and bought one. Most of them got given the 128GB version. Then I drop a 512GB storage memory card in here. I got 1TB of storage on this bloody thing. Beast mode. I will do an update on this, an update review video, because it's been quite a few months I've been using this. Best screen, period. I don't care what you say, this is the best screen on any smartphone out right now on the Note 9. Kills it. Feature wise, this thing's got the DeX. I'm not going to go on and on, but this, workhorse wise, this thing has to have its own special category. I'm sorry, you can disagree. This is more than a smartphone. This is a work beast. Work beast. Okay, so that's first one, Note 9. One of my daily drivers. If you don't like the term daily driver, I'll say one of my daily phones. Second phone that I use every day, and I hate to say this, is an iPhone XS Max. Okay, if you're wondering what case this is, I'll bring it closer. It's a leather case by Varja. Check out their website. This case is beautiful. It's padded leather, absolute stunner. Now, I'm gonna say this about the iPhone XS Max. It's not one of the best phones of 2018. Okay, you're gonna, what the hell are you talking? Why have you got it then? It took me over a year to understand Apple and understand why people buy their products. This is the best. If you look at ecosystems, this is probably the best phone if you're into ecosystems. Why? I think smartphone purchases are changing now. I think people are buying smartphones based on the ecosystems. So for example, I got an iMac Pro, I've got a HomePod there, I've got the AirPods. Now this is the carbon fiber case I've got on here from, I'll leave a link for it, use that link. It's a real carbon fiber case I've got on there. I've got the Apple Watch Series 4, I've got a iPad Pro, the new one. I've also got the MacBook Pro 15-inch Vega model that just came in recently. So for ecosystem, I have to include an iPhone XS Max. Plus, unlike Android phones, 4K will keep going until you run out of memory. There's no stop and start, and it's the most consistent when it comes to updates. It has some of the best apps developed for the iPhone XS Max. I can't live without them. FaceTime, iMessenger. A lot of my friends and family use iPhones, so I have to have it for that. And what I love about iPhones is the integration across their entire ecosystem. So I could be working at my computer, get a phone call, I can answer it on the computer. I don't even have to lift up my phone. It's got wireless charging, IP68 water and dust, build quality is spectacular. I like the fact Apple has a lot of stores you can just walk into. So I have to, no matter how much I like it or dislike it, or you like it or dislike it, have to include an iPhone XS Max. Forget the XR. Forget the XR. This is still outselling the XR. That tells you a lot. So iPhone XS Max is the second of my 3 daily drivers. And my number one favorite smartphone of 2018, I think you all know where this is going. It's got to be the Huawei Mate 20 Pro. Why? I think Huawei, from the Mate 10 Pro to the Mate 20 Pro, they knocked out the park. They just went boom, boom, straight up. They haven't done incremental upgrades to the new model like Apple have, like Samsung have. They've gone guns blazing with their new Mate 20 Pro. It's got the same sort of face unlock technology as an iPhone XS Max. Out of the 3 flagships, it's the only one which has got the in-screen fingerprint unlock built into the screen. And I did a comparison between the 3 phones showing the performance, how this thing performs. It's using the latest chipset out of the 3 devices. It's got a Kirin 980, got to think about that. 6 gigabytes of RAM, 120 gigs of storage, which is expandable. It's got this bottom firing speaker built into the USB charging port. Now, admittedly, the speakers on this were a little bit quiet, but I had a recent update and it's boosted the volume and the quality of the 2 speakers. You've got a speaker in the earpiece and one in the bottom. It's boosted that dramatically. This thing's got, I think, a 4,200 milliamp hour battery, so it's got a bigger battery than the other 2. It's got an IR blaster. It's got wireless desktop mode, so it can you can use it as a laptop. Let's say that without any wires, and I did a video where I demonstrated that for you guys. I'll leave a link here somewhere, whatever. This phone, it's got proper IP68 water and dust resistance. It's got a curved screen. It's a 2K screen. And the cameras, forget pixels. People going about pixel. Forget it. This, if you're a real photographer, someone who likes taking photographs with your smartphone, why would you want something that's good in automatic? You want something like this that has lots of different settings, lots of manual controls, the works. You can tell from my voice, I don't know what to say about this. That's why these 3 phones that I said, they're my 3 phones I use the most. This phone, I know that I said the Pocophone shocked me, but the Mate 20 Pro shocked me the most. Now, one thing I love is in this phone is the reverse wireless charging. Now, a lot of people, it's a gimmick, no one's going to use it, it doesn't work properly, it's slow. Yeah, it's slow. But I was out at a bar or a pub with a few other YouTubers, and I had my iPhone XS Max with me, and it dropped to 15%, so it had gone red, the battery, and I knew it would run out over the period of the night. So guess what I did? And they can testify to this. Damien, Ben, you know I'm talking to you. You were with me. I put this on the desk, on the table, in the bar, switched on the reverse wireless charging, put my iPhone XS Max on the top, left it there. Within about an hour, I got, I think, about 10% charge. So it went up to 25% to my iPhone XS Max. Yeah, not super fast, but it gave me that enough battery that I needed to get me home when we left that bar. I had plenty of battery then. I wasn't having anxiety attacks about the battery. So it's a gimmick if you don't use it. But if you genuinely use it, like in a situation I was in, it's not a gimmick. It's actually something that works for you. But the cameras, the 3D scanning, the mode where it will put the person in color and everything around you in black and white in real time. These things in this phone has got features that none of the other phones have got. None of them. So for smartphone of the year, the Huawei Mate 20 Pro, without a shadow of a doubt. Best ecosystem phone of the year, the iPhone XS Max. Best workhorse, someone who lives their life on their phone, has to sign documents, has to do spreadsheets, Word documents, whatever. It's got to be the Note 9. That's my selection of 2018. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Keep it clean. I know some of you are going to get all antsy with me. I did want to say I probably would have included some of the Xiaomi Mi 8 Pro and maybe the Mi Mix 3 in the lineup alongside the OnePlus 6T. I've only had a hands-on with them, so it wouldn't be fair for me to include them because I haven't used them and tested them thoroughly to recommend them. It's a shame. If Xiaomi had got them to me, I could have, I don't know. I'm just saying. But they're really nice handsets, worth considering. They're fast. They're like OnePlus 6T speed, and they're a little bit cheaper as well. Think about that. I just wanted to put that out there. So what do you guys think? What phones that I've said that you agree with? Which ones do you disagree with? Let me know in the comments. What's your phone of the year? Do you think I've been unfair? Is there any phone I've forgotten about that you think I should have included? I didn't want to include gaming phones because I just don't believe in gaming phones. If I had to pick a gaming phone, it'd be the Asus Rogue phone, but I'm not into gaming. I really don't think gaming phones are worth it, if I'm honest, but that's just me personally. That's all. So anyway, guys, Happy New Year. Have a fantastic 2019. I'm thinking of doing a best non-smartphone tech of 2018 video. Let me know in the comments below if you'd be interested in seeing that, where I'm talking about which TV I like the most, which smart display I like the most, which laptops I like the most, which tablets, which smart watches, fitness trackers, etc. If you're interested in a video like that, let me know in the comments below which headphones are my favorite of the year, that sort of thing. Anyway, this is Zilla saying take care. Thank you for all your support. I'm close to 20,000 subs now, so let's keep it going, guys. Let's keep it going. Share this video on all your social media. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Hit that bell notification icon and the subscribe button, as I said. And check out the links down below where I'll have the cheapest prices I can find for some of these devices, where you can pick them up at the prices I mentioned. So until 2019, take care and peace.